Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Mooney with Following Ford Financial. Just an update here on GM. Just did one on Ford, Tesla. Another one on just the Chargers. And so now time for one on GM. So I have shares of all three. A couple other EV makers, automakers as well. Tesla, Ford, GM are the most popular ones. Some of you out there probably say Neo, Xpeng, Liato, and so on, but those stocks haven't done squat lately. I haven't looked at them, nor have I did videos on them. So, but anyway, back to a GM. Ticker is GM. You can see what they've done here over the past 5 years. So just haven't done a whole lot. They're actually down 17% here in the past year, up over 8% in the past 3 months, 2.79% in the positive. The past month has been the best month, up over 13%. They got it in at 31, now it's 36.61, and it's had a great past week at 7.68%. And here's a look at today, so up a percentage. If you don't know much about GM, feel free to pause and go over that. They're an automaker founded in 1908. I think Ford was in 1903, so both pretty close. Market cap on GM is $50.94. High today of $37.02, low of $36.26, 52-week high of $43.63, and a low of $30.33. This one does give a dividend. It's small. I think Ford was like 9%. GM, I didn't think was that low, so it's just 3/4 of a point percentage. Kind of low. They are listing as a buy, so 56%, so not too bad. And here's a look at their next earnings on July 25th. So here is, I don't have these shares in this account anymore, but you can see they had a 38-cent dividend quarterly. So moving on here, the American-made EV promises to change the global EV power order. So tides keep on shifting the EV universe. Last Thursday, General Motors has revealed it will be following the Detroit peer. Ford Motor is making an agreement with Tesla. I just did a video on that to access the EV charging infrastructure. So very cool. Lots of good information out about them. Turbocharging the world's EV transition. Tesla superchargers use a proprietary plug design, NACS, which stands for North American Charging Standard. Other EVs and charging stations in the United States use the CCS plug standard, which stands for Combined Charging System. Currently, Tesla EVs can use the CCS chargers with an adapter, but only Tesla EVs can use the NACS chargers. With Tesla adapters, Ford and GM vehicles will be able to use Tesla's supercharging network when announcing the deal with GM. Tesla Senior Director of Charging Infrastructure stated that providing every EV owner with access to reliable charging is one of Tesla's missions. So very cool. They're ahead of the market with the charging. So over here on Microsoft Bing, currently showing GM as a buy with an upside to $42. It used to be $40 to $50 at one point in time. Tesla superchargers will soon work with GM EVs. What that means for you. So just kind of, we already talked about it, North American charging. GM will incorporate a connector design into the electric vehicles starting in 2025. Collaboration with Tesla also means GM EV drivers will have greater access to the chargers, as they will be able to use the 12,000 Tesla superchargers located throughout North America. So very cool. Basically be able to use them and more universal. So GM to invest $632 million in Indiana plant for future truck production. This was just 3 hours ago. So it plans to invest $632 million in Fort Wayne, Indiana assembly to prepare the plant for the future internal combustion engine, or ICE, full-size light-duty trucks. The investment will be used to support new conveyors, tooling, and equipment in the body and general assembly areas of the plant. Will be manufactures GM Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500 trucks. Seems like a lot of people are driving trucks, so very popular. Here's kind of some of the same information, just on a different, on Microsoft. So again, $632 million investment in Indiana is further confirmation that the company plans to continue to spend on traditional operations to assist funding an emerging EV business. So just got to stay ahead of the competition is basically what it's all about. Investment in automakers' third such announcement in the past week, involving GM next generation large trucks and SUVs are based on the same vehicle architecture and share some internal parts. The investments announced in recent days total more than $2.1 billion. Again, investing $500 million in Arlington assembly for future SUVs. So we're kind of covering all the bases. So SUVs and the trucks, to invest more than $500 million in its Arlington assembly plant in Texas, prepares it for production of future internal combustion ICE full-size SUVs, is subject to successful discussions. So they're not only working on EVs, but they're ICE vehicles as well. So which will probably become more EVs than ICE. So here's some more information on the Fort Wayne, Indiana truck plant. Just again a different article on the Detroit News. So just going to kind of scroll through this, see if there's any additional information. Feel free to pause and read all of those for yourself. Basically already went over that over here on Reddit. Reddit went away. Over here on Tip Ranks, currently showing it as a moderate buy with an upside to $46.90, high of 85, low of 35. But that's all that I have on this particular one. If you have a GM, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis. Any other information you'd like to share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as hitting the bell. And for any further videos. And again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion. And I think if there's any other videos you want me to, any other stocks you want me to take a look at, make a video, I'd be happy to do that as well. And I thank you all for watching. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.